Welcome to the 2020-2021 school year. I'm Rob Hadley, proud principal of Russellville Consolidated High School. RCHS is a great place, and we are super excited about starting the year and having students back in the building. It's been a long 5 months, and here we go. Again, we're very excited. I'm going to cover a few items today that you really need to know. Number one, pick up and drop off. For students here in the morning, drop off and pick up okay, so we're going to go ahead in here. Okay. Pick up and drop off in the morning. Make sure that you are dropped off on Harrison Street right in front of the triangular parking lot in front of the school, or on the U Drive in front of the Laughlin Center auditorium. Those are two good places. Same thing for pickup at the end of the day. If you have somebody picking you up, make sure you meet them on Harrison Street, which again is right in front of the triangular parking lot in front of the school, or in the U Drive by the Laughlin Center. Make sure, students, that you read and know your student handbooks. Use them. They're really handy. You can keep notes in them, use the calendar. Lots of information in the student handbook. Make sure you read the rules and the information that we have in the handbook. COVID-19 and our reentry plan. So students, I'm going to hit a few things that you need to be aware of. And this is not everything, but these are some pretty major points regarding our plan here. First thing is, this falls under our plan for the corporation, Rush County Schools. And students, you need to self-monitor. If you have symptoms, then you need to stay at home. Please do not come to school if you are sick, quarantined, awaiting COVID-19 test results, or showing symptoms of COVID-19. Everyone should self-screen every day. Parents, please let us know if your child receives a positive test. Also, mask face coverings are required at school when social distancing is not possible, and that's the order of the governor. So students, when you're on the bus, you'll be wearing masks. As you walk in the building, in the hallways, you'll be wearing masks. When you're in the cafeteria and the line, you'll be wearing masks. And a lot of times in the classroom situation, you will be too. But also there will be times when you're eating at lunch, when you're in the classroom and there's social distancing and your teacher gives you permission, then you may take your mask off. So there will be times where you will be able to take off your mask. Traffic around the middle school and Russellville Elementary School will be really busy, and it'll be a good idea to find an alternate route to avoid this area before and after school. We are going to talk about lunch and breakfast. This year we have 4 lunches: lunch A, lunch B, lunch C, and lunch D. So we will have 2 lunch lines in the cafeteria with 6-foot spacing between them for social distancing. We are only allowing 2 students per table, so the first lunch or 2 will let you choose where you're going to sit, but then we'll have to make a seating chart, so make sure you choose wisely. I wouldn't choose a boyfriend or girlfriend. If you break up, then you're stuck with them the rest of the year or the semester. So again, only 2 people per table, and we will have seating charts after a couple of days. Make sure as you enter the building or enter the cafeteria that you use hand sanitizer or you wash your hands. Also, we have breakfast available every morning in the cafeteria from 7:30 a.m. So from 7:30 to 8:05, please stop by the cafeteria and get breakfast. Lockers, they are assigned alphabetically this year. So they start in the science hallway, and we have them on one side, and alphabetically they go around the whole school. Please, absolutely no sharing of lockers. Students, you will need to carry as much as possible to your classes. So put your book bags and your backpacks in your lockers, and then carry as many books to your classes as you can. Go to your lockers as infrequently as you can possibly go there. We don't want you there very often. Also, since your book bags and backpacks are in your lockers, we do not want those in classrooms. That's a problem. So all book bags and backpacks need to stay in your lockers and not in classrooms. In PE class, you will use locker rooms to change clothes in like shifts, but you will not keep items in the locker room. So you'll take your items out with you when you go to PE class. You will not have lockers in the gym. For your classrooms and here at school, you may have water bottles In fact, it's probably a good idea. They need to be clear and water only. So no packets of lemonade or flavoring. Clear water bottles with only water in them, nothing else. Also, the teachers will have, each teacher will have cases of water for you students in your classes. So if you are thirsty and you don't have your water bottle, just ask your teacher and they'll give you a bottle of water. SRT, Student Resource Time, Block 8. Back passes will be granted at a minimum this year. So please be very careful and very intentional when you get passes. We are not handing many of them out. We will use like a Google Sheets system as much as possible. So we'll try to stay away from actual physical passes and use Google Sheets for most of our SRT passes, and maybe all eventually. Hallways. Again, students, just a reminder, wear your mask or your face covering when you're in the hallway. No loitering, go straight to class. So you shouldn't be gathering in groups and socializing. When you get here in the morning, get off the bus or out of your car, or if you're dropped off, come into school, go to your locker, and then go right to either the cafeteria, the learning commons, or to your classroom. We are walking only on the right side of the hallway for flow of traffic. So make sure that you only walk on the right side of every hallway. And a reminder, water fountains are disconnected, so you must use your water bottles that you bring, or get water from your teacher in one of your classes. Dismissal time will be the same time for everybody. 3:20 Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then on Wednesdays we still have early dismissal, which will be 2:40 p.m. And when you leave your classroom, go to your locker, get your things, and then leave the building. And please do not loiter or congregate with friends. Field trips will be kept to a minimum this year, so just realize that. And we are keeping visitors out of the building for COVID reasons, keeping them to a minimum. Students, I do want to remind you, or tell you if you haven't heard already, that our open house, which was supposed to be this Thursday, will now be Thursday of next week. So that is postponed. The RCHS open house to Thursday of next week. Some more advice for you. For SRT time, the first 15 minutes, we have reading time, silent, sustained reading. Every SRT for the first 15 minutes. Make sure you bring something you like to read, a book, a magazine, but you should have something that you enjoy. Everybody's silent and everybody's reading first 15 minutes of every SRT. So this Thursday will be a red day. You'll have blocks 1, 3, 5, and 7. Big piece of advice from me, and you'll hear this from me all the time. And if you've been here, if you've been here a while, you know this. Get involved. Get involved with something. We have great clubs and academics and athletic teams. The FFA, the choirs, the Key Club. There's so many different things that you can do here. Get involved. You'll find that your high school experience will be more enjoyable and you'll actually do better. Excellence is our expectation. That's our motto here. We want to be excellent in everything. Academics, athletics, social behavior. So we're always striving for excellence at RCHS.
Hi guys, it's Annie Hadley. I'm the Executive Board President of Student Council this year. I'm just here to say, first and foremost, welcome back to the school. I missed all of you guys. I know that through this all, we've had a unique set of challenges, but we're just all here together and we're gonna get through it. Let's just make this the best year possible and just roll with it. Thank you.
Welcome everyone. I'm Mrs. Kane. I'm the school nurse and I'm so glad to see everybody back and look forward to a wonderful, successful school year. There are some changes about the way that things will be running in the clinic for this school year that you need to be aware of what to do. First of all, you must have a pass to come to the clinic. You may not be able to stop in between classes. You will not be allowed to stop between classes. Go to the next block and let the teacher know that you need to be seen. You must have a pass or permission from the teacher to come to the clinic. We've created a new pass system for the clinic. Teachers will enter into Google Forms your request to be seen. It will come to me and I'm going to be prioritizing what is coming in and I will call the classrooms for that student to be sent down. When you leave the classrooms, you will need to grab the clinic laminated hall pass. This can easily be wiped down in the clinic, and it needs to be wiped down when you return to your classroom. This will hopefully help minimize traffic jams in the clinic. Paper passes cannot be wiped down, and to hopefully limit student potential exposure to possible COVID cases. Medications. All medications are to be kept in the clinic, even cough drops. I do have some that I can give out to students, but I have to have permission on file from your parent first. Exceptions to this would be diabetic medications, EpiPens with self-carry permission, and inhalers with self-carry permissions. If you have an inhaler or EpiPen at school, you must have a permission on file in the clinic to have that with you on school grounds, even for sports. Please email me if you need help with this or if your parent needs help with this. All other medications are not supplied by the school. It must be brought in a new, unopened bottle. I will place your name on the medication container and keep it in the clinic for you. If you are on an antibiotic that needs to be taken at school, or if you have daily medications that need to be taken at school, I have to have a doctor's order on file, and we only want the supply that is going to be kept at school brought to school. So don't be bringing in your antibiotic and the entire bottle knowing that you have nothing left at home. We may have some special circumstances that may arise, and we can talk about those if needed. Your parents can contact me and we can work things out if we need to. This is a change as we're trying to minimize the handling of containers and possible transmission of COVID. Students, no cell phones in the clinic without permission. No texting of friends and family while in the clinic without permission. This includes the isolation room as well. We're trying to limit the number of students in the clinic at one time. Please do not bring a buddy with you to the clinic unless it is for an emergency situation. If you're feeling faint or dizzy, nauseated, you think your blood sugar may be low and you might need a snack. Extra people will be asked to leave if they're not needed in the clinic, and relays should not even enter the clinic at all. Masks will be required when you are in the clinic. They may be asked to be removed if I need to do an assessment of your mouth, or if you are going to be taking a medication. Otherwise, I ask that they please stay on. If you call your parents, your grandparents, aunt, uncle, neighbor, whoever to pick you up because you don't feel well during the school day and you didn't come to the clinic first, guess what? It's going to be an unexcused absence. If you don't feel well and it's determined that you need to go home, either I or an office staff will call for you to go home. This is ever more important this year, guys, as you may need to be screened by me before you go home because you may need a note to return to school. If you have a fever of 100 or higher, you must be fever-free without the use of medication for 72 hours. Guys, that's 3 days. This is a change, and this is per the recommendations of the CDC. Please do not take Tylenol or ibuprofen at home in the morning and then come to school. You are still considered sick and contagious. Just because you may not have a fever, if I check your temperature in the clinic, doesn't mean that people still can't get sick from you if you cough or sneeze on them. Because guess what? When it comes to 12 o'clock, when that medicine wears off, I'm gonna find you with a fever and you're gonna have to go home anyway. We're glad you want to be here, and we need you to be here, but we need you to be here healthy and the best that you possibly can be, not sick and making everyone else sick as well. Please self-screen before coming to school. If you feel bad in the morning, you're running a low temperature, sore throat, stay home. Please do not decide at 10 o'clock that you feel, well, maybe well enough, and you want to come to school. There is no attendance incentives this year. We want you to be as healthy as you possibly can be. If a student is to go home from the clinic due to illness, you will be escorted to your parent. Pickup for ill students will be in the back parking lot, band lot area, gleaners food, whatever you want to call that. Your parent or your ride will be directed where they need to pick you up. So if you're going home for an injury, you'll probably be going out the front doors. Ill students will be going out the back doors. If you have any symptoms of COVID, and I do not test, but that student, you're probably going to be placed in isolation and monitored until you are picked up. We cannot have students at school all day long sick and waiting on a ride. Please encourage your parents to be prompt in picking you up if you need to go home. A video is going to be sent out for all students to watch about COVID symptoms and what you should do. Please let me know when you're done watching the video if you have any serious questions after watching it. If you have a health issue that requires extra treatments in the clinic, for example, open bathroom breaks, or an order that needs a laminated pass, and you do not get one from me, please come see me and let me know. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I prefer by email this year, if possible, to cut down on students randomly coming into the clinic and maybe being exposed to something they shouldn't be. However, if you're requesting to be seen, you must go through your teachers first. Thank you, everybody, and I hope you have a great first day.
All right, for our next segment, we will be introducing our new teachers and staff here at Rushville Consolidated High School. We have a tremendous group of people. I'm beyond excited for what they are going to bring to our student body here at Rushville High School.
Hello, my name is Tara Hamilton, and I will be teaching integrated chemistry and physics and earth-space science.
Hey Rushville, my name is Miss Lester. Many of you may recognize me from teaching over at the middle school. I am back with Rush County Schools and will be helping facilitate learning in the classroom. Looking forward to seeing everybody.
Hi RCHS, I'm Mrs. Hedrick and I am teaching functional skills.
Hello Rushville High School. I'm Trevor Pike. I'm the long-term sub for Mrs. Finnemore and I'll be teaching biology this year. I originally come from Shelbyville, but I've been a student at Brown University for neuroscience for the past 4 years, and I'm currently taking a gap year before medical school. I know things are really strange right now, but I really look forward to teaching every one of you and seeing your bright and smiling faces behind a mask.
Hello everyone, I am Mr. Bentley and I am the new broadcasting instructor.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Leon. I am the new resource aide and I am in room 145. Welcome back to RCHS.
Hello RCHS, my name is Mark Mendoza. I'm the Dean of Students here at the high school, and I want to welcome you to this school year. As the Dean of Students, my primary responsibility involves handling student misconduct. So as I tell students every year, your goal is to avoid being in my office unless you need help or assistance with something, and in the event that you do need help or assistance, I'll be glad to help you however I can. Just a few things that I want to say to you as we start the school year. First of all, I love this high school. I love this community. This is a fantastic place. I hope that you appreciate and value what you have. I certainly am very, very grateful to be here, and I hope that you feel that same gratitude. Just a few things, obviously I could go through the student code of conduct. I'm not going to do that. I encourage you to read the student handbook, go over it, understand it. If you have questions about it, come and talk to Mr. Hadley, Mrs. Poles, or you can come and talk to me if you have questions about specific things in the code of conduct. You are in high school. I'm not going to sit here and read rules to you. A couple key things that you should understand though. Your cell phone. Your cell phone is a powerful, powerful tool. It can be used for good. Unfortunately, I see it used oftentimes inappropriately in terms of social media irresponsibility. You really have a lot of power at your fingertips if you have a social media account. Having that email, having your cell phone. Please be careful. Please be responsible. If you are not, you could very easily end up in my office, even if the conduct occurs outside of the school hours or the school building. And really, we hope that if you bring your cell phone to school, you just leave it in your locker and then use it responsibly when you're outside of school hours. I also want to talk about, I know Mr. Hadley mentioned the importance of locker sharing. I just want to reiterate that we really don't want to have an issue with sharing lockers this year. Another thing that I want to talk about is the mask, okay? You know, like it or not, this is a government mandate that we wear these. If a teacher asks you to wear your mask or put on your mask in the event that social distancing can't occur, you really have to abide by that directive. Please do not escalate a situation. If a teacher asks you to do something and you fail to do it and it turns into an argument, it could very easily result in an issue of insubordination, and really a very minor thing could escalate into something major, and we don't want you to find yourself in a position where you're being disciplined for insubordination or disrespect or something of that nature. So if a teacher asks you to do something, you just have to do it, and that includes you know, wearing the mask. If you have a problem with what a teacher is asking you to do, then certainly you could talk to Mr. Hadley, talk to me, you know, talk to your parents, etc. But we really need you to abide by what the teachers are asking you to do. All right, Lion Share. Let's move on to Lion Share, something more positive. This is absolutely something I love, our Lion Share program. It has developed and thrived in the 5 years that I've been here. If you're not aware, the S in SHARE stands for scholarship, H for honor, A for attendance, R for relationships, and E for effort. We want you to thrive in all areas of our Lion Share program. We want you to build positive relationships. We want you to give your best effort and work to the best of your ability. We want you to have the best attendance that your health will possibly allow. We want you to be trustworthy and do what you say that you are going to do, and we want you to be the best student that you can be. We firmly believe that if you have these attributes, you're going to be successful long term in life. And lastly, well, before I go into that, let me just say that unfortunately this year our Skip a Final program that was an attendance incentive, that program is no longer going to happen. So we are not going to reward people for having perfect attendance. You know, if you are sick, if you are not feeling well, if you have the symptoms that Mr. Hadley laid out earlier, we don't want you to come to school. In the past, maybe we encouraged you to tough it out and fight through some sickness and come to school. You know, that era may be coming to an end, and we want you to protect yourself and protect the people around you if you're not feeling well. Last, I want to say this. This is a serious place. Our teachers view their job in a very serious manner. At the same time, this is a fun place. This is a place that's full of love. It's full of tolerance. It's full of support. It's a place full of hope, full of opportunity. But you do need to understand that we have an obligation to maintain the correct behaviors and to work to the best that you possibly can. So I hope that you know, you will challenge yourself and be the best that you can be. But please understand that the teachers here, the administration here, we have very, very high expectations. So please just keep that in mind. Have a great year. Embrace all the positive things that make up Rushville Consolidated High School, and thrive in the opportunities that we provide. But please understand that we are serious about behavior and about being the best that you can be. Have a great start to the year.
Good afternoon, RCHS. My name is Amy Poles, the assistant principal. I'm so excited to have students back in the building. Some of you may recognize me. Last year I was in guidance, so I'm pretty excited for this new opportunity and to get to work with all the teachers and staff and at RCHS. RCHS is a great place to be. It's a great place to go to school. It's a great place to work. Again, like I said before, we're very excited to have you back. So please, things are going to be a lot different this year. Please be patient. Please give each other grace and be respectful of each other. and just go ahead and continue to be a Lion who works on sharing. So let's talk about our Lion Share program. We are going to continue that this year. Our Lion Share, the S, stands for scholarship. And what we're looking for our students that have great scholarship is that they're a very good student. They are prepared for class. They try their hardest. They're always engaged. They use their SRT time wisely, so that maybe using back passes to their teachers, getting all of their homework done, just being a really great student. Honor, that's our H, and that to be a great student that displays honor, you are going to be respectful. You're going to follow all of the school rules. You're going to be honest and trustworthy and really a model citizen everywhere you are, whether that's riding the bus, in the gym, in the cafeteria, over at the Ag building, just really being trustworthy and respectful. Now the A is for attendance. Last year you may have noticed that we did the skip a final. Now we're not going to offer that incentive this year. Due to COVID, if you're sick, we would like for you to stay home. However, attendance is very important. Make sure that you are using your time wisely in the hallway and getting to your class on time. The R in shares for relationships. Our students at RCHS are generally great students. They have positive relationships with each other, and that's what we're looking for our they should help each other, utilize social media in a positive way to promote positive relationships, and be involved in school activities. Now E is our last letter in share, and those students who are positive Lions for sharing, they display tremendous work ethic. They work as hard as they possibly can. They have determination and grit, and they're willing to seek out lots of avenues for success. So that may mean that if you're struggling with school, that you attend our 9th block for math, that you're asking your teachers for back passes, and that you're just doing everything that you can. Now, if you are an exemplary student and you are meeting all of our share criteria, you may find that your teachers are sending home postcards to your parents and letting them know that you've been an exemplary student. You may also get chosen to be recognized on Friday mornings with a little goodie bag and your name over announcements. And you may also find yourself winning a trip to Pizza King for free food with Mr. Hadley or Mr. Mendoza. RCHS, we're so excited to have you guys back. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and we look forward to a great year. Thank you.
As you can see, there are a few things wrong with her outfit. The shorts are not fingertip length, spaghetti straps are not allowed, and her stomach is showing. Hats are also not permitted, and neither are inappropriate terms. Sam is wearing his cross-country uniform. Long story short, the uniform needs to stay out on the course, not in the school. His shoulders are showing, his shorts are just too short. Oh, and he's forgetting something. There we go. Nope, not like that. Nope, not like that. Okay, that's better. Don't forget to drop off your backpack in your locker before you go to class. Also, no hats. We understand that the school can get a little bit chilly, but you still can't have your hood up. Always make sure your shorts are at fingertip length. And no, holding your arms up like this does not count. As you can all assume, the wearing of crop tops is prohibited. Your midriff cannot be visible. Even though Sam may think it's acceptable, it's not. Hey Addison, your dress is really cute, but you're breaking the dress code. Yes, it is fingertip length, but your straps are too thin. Throw a jacket on and you'll be set. Don't forget that mask wearing is now a part of the dress code. Derogatory terms are not permitted on masks. Cuss words and/or derogatory terms are not allowed. Here is an example of words that are permitted. Go Lions. Although he was breaking the rules previously, Sam changed into something that is dress code approved. As always, holes in jeans must be below fingertip length to avoid getting dress coded.
Good afternoon. My name's Bob Bridges. I'm a school resource officer for Rush County Schools. To my left is Corey Bratton. He is another SRO that is being initiated into our program this year. Rush County Schools and local law enforcement entered into an interlocal agreement to provide uniformed police in the form of school resource officers in all Rush County public schools. The partnership between the school corporation and law enforcement has been a very positive one. It allows the school resource officer to work closely with the school administrators, teachers, and staff, and students to provide a safe learning environment, law-related education, and a trained law enforcement officer on campus. Our function as an SRO is to be visible, an active law enforcement figure to deal with law enforcement issues, to be a classroom resource for instruction in areas pertaining to law-related education, violence diffusion, safety programs, alcohol and drug prevention, crime prevention, and other related subjects. As a member of the faculty and administrative team working hand in hand to solve problems in the school community. As a resource for you as students, enabling you to be associated with positive law enforcement figures in your environment. The School Resource Officer Office, the SRO office, is located in room 169. Our office extension is 1169. We are available anytime we are in the building, or will return to the building to listen to your concerns or take a report of behavior that is in conflict with the school rules set forth by RCHS. As a resource to teachers, parents, and students for law-related concerns and questions, and as a counseling resource in areas which may affect the educational environment and may be law-related. Our goals are to teach the value and goals of our legal system, promote respect for people and property, reduce juvenile crime by helping students formulate an awareness of rules, authority, and justice. To take a personal interest in you as students and your activities. Give you as students a realistic picture of local laws and the legal system. Instruct you how not to become a victim of a crime by teaching crime prevention techniques. My challenge to you, this is your school and your community. You are here to get a quality education. Use this opportunity. Don't be a follower, be a leader. If you see suspicious or unlawful activity, report it. If you see drugs in or around our schools, which include tobacco products, juuling, vaping, report it. These products may cause severe long-term health risk. Remember, as of July the 1st, 2020, the law has changed. It is illegal for anyone under the age of 21 to purchase, accept, or possess tobacco or an electronic cigarette on their person. These products are dangerous. The result of this could be a summons. This is a Class C infraction, and you are subject to a citation for this offense. If you see bullying taking place, report it. Repeat, our room is room number 169. Our telephone number is 932-3901, extension 1169. Rush County Schools has been proactive by installing the Safe School Helpline. You may report any wrongdoing that impacts our students or staff anonymously. This service also provides a link to a mental health professional 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The number is 1-800-418 6423, extension 359. The number is on the RCHS webpage, and you will see several signs throughout the building with that number on it should you need to use it. Another option is to text 66746 and type TIPS. Again, text 66746 and type the word TIPS. Again, be a bystander, or be an upstander, not a bystander. Assist us in making this the safest school environment possible. Points of emphasis this year: student parking. During school hours, it is prohibited to park north of the high school between Tony Stewart Drive or 13th Street and the 15th Street. It is also prohibited parking south of 11th Street in South Veterans Memorial Park. Only seniors may park in the senior parking lot. All other students must park in the gravel lot south of the Rush Shelby building in the fairground area. All students must have a parking permit. School bus stop violations will not be tolerated. If you approach or meet a school bus with the red lights flashing and the stop arm extended, do not pass. If you do so, a citation may be issued. Rushville Police Department and the Rush County Sheriff's Department will be vigilant in enforcing driving violations before and after school. The Chief of Police announced to the City Council at a meeting that we will be able to obtain 6 new radar units, which we have in our patrol vehicles, and he expects increased traffic enforcement in and around the schools, especially before and after and during school. Be extra careful while driving in school zones, especially entering and exiting the parking lots. We want this to be a safe and accident-free area. Texting and driving will not be tolerated. Texting while walking is risky. Use caution if you choose to do so. Let's make this a great year and a safe year at RCHS. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Personette, and this is what I look like without a mask. Today I'm here to tell you about a program that we have here at RCHS called Varsity Scholars. I'm one of the sponsors, and Mrs. Wainwright is also a sponsor, and she will talk to you here in just a few minutes. I just want to make sure to remind upperclassmen and to inform freshmen about this unique program that we have here. We're the only school in the state that does this, and what it is a program to reward you for academic achievement. When you are a freshman, if at the end of this first semester you have a 3.5 GPA, sophomores 3.5 GPA after 3 semesters, juniors at 3.25 GPA after 5 semesters, and seniors at 3.25 after 7 semesters, you are eligible for Varsity Scholars. Don't worry if you don't remember those GPAs. There is a paper called What is Varsity Scholars, and it'll be in the main office for you to pick up if you want more information. What this does is for freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, if you qualify, you will get a certificate. And you can also put it on your resume and scholarship applications, job applications. It's a really well-known here locally award. Seniors get the big prize. If you make Varsity Scholars, again, it's your cumulative grade point average. So from your freshman year to your halfway through your senior year, we will take a one-day trip out of state. Okay, we didn't get to go last year because of COVID, but the years before that we've gone to Florida to Fort Myers Beach and spent the day down there. Your award includes your plane down there, your transportation down there, everything except anything you want to do activity-wise, and food will be paid for by your award. Another really cool thing about this program is it is not any school money that pays for this. That's an important thing to know, is that people in the community and businesses in the community have donated this money. So that's really something special that we have here. So to be able to be a varsity scholar, Mrs. Wainwright is going to tell you how to do that. If you have any questions, see me, email me, see Mrs. Wainwright, email her, pick up the handout again called What is Varsity Scholars in the office.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Wainwright, and I'm the other co-sponsor for Varsity Scholars. So I'm here to talk to you about how to sign up for it. Okay, by Friday, check your email and you should have a form that has been sent to you, and it should be from me, and it'll just have, you just have to fill out your name and your grade and then submit it to me. Now, there has been a problem. I've already pushed this out to the seniors. So seniors, you already have it in your email, so please check that. But for some reason, I've had a few of the seniors send it back to me and say that they cannot fill it out. If that happens, please email me. I have to send it directly to you. So if you cannot fill it out, you need to send me an email. It's wainwrightj@rushville.k12.in.us. So please send that to me as quick as you can so you're able to fill that out. Okay, that's Varsity Scholars. Now, seniors, I am one of your senior sponsors along with Mrs. Fenimore. And I just want to let you know we are not having a senior meeting like we normally do at the beginning of the year. I have sent everybody an email as a group, so if you did not receive an email from me, please email me or see me in the hallway and let me know, and I will send you all that information. So in that email, there was, the first thing is senior dues. So senior dues is $40, and $20 goes towards senior week, and then $20 goes towards graduation cost. You can pay that to me. Just stop by my room anytime, and then I'll get your receipt for your payment. The second is your diploma form. There is a form that's in that same email. You need to fill that form out as quick as possible. Exactly how you want your name to be on your diploma this year. And then third, there is the Varsity Scholars. So like I said, if there's any complications, let me know, and I'll try and push those forms back out to you. Thanks.
So in closing, I am super excited about the school year. And if you can't tell, I really am a proud principal. I love the school, and I think we have fantastic students here and a great staff. This is a special place, and you'll hear me say that quite a bit. And so students, take advantage, get involved, work hard, make this a good school year. We don't know what the year is going to bring. Be ready for e-learning. You never know, things could happen. So we'll be prepared this year, and you need to be prepared to go into that situation. We hope we can stay in class the whole year. That would be great, but you need to also realize that we could, in time, go e-learning. So again, have a great school year, and go Lions.